All right. Starting out with some music. Welcome to the live, everyone.
Oh yeah, we're gonna start off with some music.
Appreciate everyone for joining in. We about to get started soon. Playing on some music. Everyone like it up. We about to get lit. We got special guest star, the RealKiyaa right now. TikTok star. She's trending right now. Everyone loves her, and she not only is just has a great reputation. She's also very knowledgeable, very very in tune, very very tapped in, and she knows what she's speaking. She's speaking facts right now.
Thank
She's speaking
you,
facts.
thank you. A lot of people get like it's not Kia, it's Kaya. But
Mhm.
like a lot of people get that mixed up because I'm named after a wife of Akhenaten. That's what my dad named me after. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but thank you for having me on here. Like I really am like ready to spread that. I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm here to spread all of this knowledge and information that's been activated within me. So it's about to get deep. It's about to get deep.
Yes, it is. We're gonna wait about another 30 seconds to a minute. Everyone who is in here, hey, do us a favor. YouTube doesn't like my channel. Share,
Yeah,
share this live right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a spiritual conscious channel. They don't like this type of channel, so share this
right.
live, and it will really help me. And even RealKiyaa as well. Support us. Let's get it. All right. So at the end of this live, we will be answering questions, and if you do want your question to be answered, make sure you cash out Beyond 5D. Cash out Beyond 5D. It could be $1, $2, and your question will be answered because I will be able to go down the list and see whoever has cash out me. So yeah, we about to go ahead and get the questions for RealKiyaa out though first, and it's about to be a great live. Make sure everyone like, comment, subscribe. It's about to be lit. Shay, let's get it. So let me start it off real quick.
Let's do it.
Would you like to introduce yourself first, Divine Goddess, RealKiyaa?
Oh yes, I would love to introduce myself. So, hi y'all. We all the same. We all here to raise the vibration, but my name is Real Kaya. I am literally just here trying to wake myself up, which you are me, I am you, and we all are just a collective consciousness, understanding each other, and that's how we grow. I started speaking out and like, speaking my truth, because I've always been like this, but I've never actually talked about like who I am, or just I have all of this information inside of me and I never really let it out or let it go. And I just feel like that when you have something inside of you, you need to release it, let it go, because that's what you're here for. You're here to extend consciousness, give out information, and grow. So, my name is RealKiyaa, and I'm really happy to speak with everybody on here. I appreciate everybody who's watching and who's actually trying to learn from themselves and grow. And let's just get into this live because I'm super excited to talk about
Yeah.
this.
Hey, it's about to be lit. Let's get it. Hey. All right. All right. So, first question for the Divine Kia. Why are most people reincarnated in the first place? For the people who have never heard of reincarnation, why do people keep coming back and back and back? And it's like they keep being reincarnated. Like they keep respawning here. Why are they respawning at this present moment?
Okay, we just gotta think about this like it's a GTA game, right? So I'm pretty sure everybody has played GTA. When you die,
Mhm.
you spawn back to the hospital, right?
Right.
It's
Mhm.
the same thing. You're literally seeing everything play out as it's supposed to, as above, so below,
So
right?
below.
So we are looking at how we are being constantly coming back, and you feel it within yourself. You feel this heaviness of just looking around, and the world is just the same stuff. You're getting tired of everything that is not um
Mhm.
going in the right places for
And you,
yourself. Like,
right, and
you're
your plan.
literally being stuck in the same cycle. Reincarnation is basically the understanding that everything just keeps playing over and over again. It's like a loop. You come back and you relive it all the time. People who are reincarnated here, they feel it. They have a connection to old ways, old music, like just everything from the past you are aware of. And then you're looking at this world and it's just like, oh, this stuff is not the same. This shouldn't be here. This shouldn't be like this. Like, people who are questioning things, you have to realize that you've been here before through
Mhm.
your genetics, through your soulfully wise. Like, it's so much things that play a part in what you're experiencing. That
Exactly.
reincarnation is very, very real.
Very,
Like,
very real.
we
And
wouldn't
what
have
was
much
like
else
what was one of the
without.
experiences like when you first started going your spiritual journey? Like, what was one of those experiences that you had? You're like, oh my god, like reincarnation, real as hell. Like, what was one of those experiences? Like one of those like hits you like the reality check, when you was like, oh my god, this is a real thing.
As a kid, when I was younger, I would always try to find the source. I
Hmm.
would always try to go back to it. I'm looking at different religions, different. I'm trying to figure out how to find Jesus, and I can't find them. Like, I'm just, as a kid, I've always thought like that, trying to get back to the source, because I never felt here. I never felt like that. My experience when I understood reincarnation was me being connected to the old ways of things, the ancient
Hmm.
ways, the knowledge and information that I've always been thinking of. It was just always there within me. Like, I didn't have to read no book. I didn't have to learn anything. Everything was within me. That maturity, that spiritual maturity, that knowledge that I had even as a child
Hmm.
showed me that I've already been here. Why am I connected to this music? Why do I care about what happened in the past? Why am I so like just into everything?
Hmm.
Why does everything resonate with me in a different way? Why aren't people realizing these things? And I'm feeling different as a child, and nobody's really understanding me,
Hmm.
And I've always felt this way, like just the connection to ancient ways.
The
That's just,
chosen one. You the
yeah.
chosen one. Hey.
Exactly. You're not feeling this for no reason. You're not questioning things for no reason. You've been here before. You've seen all of this. You know what you're
Hmm.
dealing with. That's the thing. We try to not like we try to ignore it. We try to worry about our survival. We try to worry about all of these other things like money and bills, and we're not really paying attention to the cosmic connection that we had. It's you
I
start to
see.
see You start to see notions of yourself from the beginning, from the start.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're a chosen one, you start to connect to things that are old. You have philosophies and thoughts that other people don't have.
Mm-hmm.
Treat others the way you want to be treated. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's some kids who are so kind, so nice, and then it's some kids who are just following what everybody else is doing, the bullies, the all of that. Like you can tell the difference in a child of if they're a reincarnated soul or a new soul or a uh, cosmically connected one. You have all of these different versions that a soul is going through, and you can tell that by the emotional maturity.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, just like you said, we not only have we seen all this before, we smelt this before, we heard all this before, we been here before. Most of y'all literally like listening right now, y'all been here before. I'm gonna let y'all know that y'all been here before. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna go to the next question. All right, so Kia, do you feel that all the chosen ones reincarnated here by choice, or you feel that some of us literally like came here literally to learn lessons. Like we had no choice but to come here and learn a lesson. It was mandatory on this so-called plane called Earth. It was like a prison that we had to come. But yeah, do you feel like it's by choice or you feel like it was mandatory?
We're
And the reason,
looking
hmm,
at, I feel like it is both. I feel
okay,
like it was a choice, but it was also mandatory when you go back in time and you look at, like, even in the 1900s, the 1800s, the mentality that we had to be in, and that whole thing of it's easier to reincarnate a new soul than it is an old soul, right? It takes longer for these ancient souls for us to be able to get through and get here. We have the newer ones, which is everything that we've been through. The new ones are the ones who went through slavery, who went through all of these different things that happened in the past, just so we can have the information.
mm-hmm,
You're genetically passing things down. You're soulfully passing things down. You are
mm,
spiritually passing things down. Everything is going in a whole cycle,
mm,
right? So some of us chose to be here in order to raise the vibration of this planet, in order to
right,
get out of that slavery, in order
right,
to get out of the emotional blockage, the DNA blockage, the oppression that we have been going through.
right, right. And that's also called an incarnation. They say an incarnation is when you actually choose to come here because some of us actually we was watching like humanity and we was like, oh, we gotta come down here, but this shit
Yes,
fucked up. And
exactly. And then
we were
some of
like,
them are constantly being like
right.
cycled back into here.
And we
Just
saw it, and
going.
we're like, we got to come down here because we got to really help because humanity wasn't going in a good direction. So yeah, some of the chosen ones literally chose to come here, and some of us, some of the chosen ones may have already been assigned here by like default. Like you was already like, nah, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Mother Earth,
Right.
you already made too much mistakes. Hmm.
Exactly. It's like a school. Like literally you have to go through all of these different things in order for you to upgrade your soul, your consciousness, your spirit. Like that's what life is about.
Hmm.
Like as a kid, you have to learn these things in order for you to become an adult, to become smarter. You have to go through things. That's the same thing with
Hmm.
us. Some people come down here because they have like experiences that they need to experience for their soul to evolve. You chose this family, you chose this life. You need to experience these things for you to grow and become what you need to become in order to be
Yeah.
strong enough for the next dimension, the next realm, the next
Right.
life. Because you can't in 4D and in this third dimension, this is the only place where you are experiencing pain,
Hmm.
depression, anxiety. This is
Right.
like literally the low. This is like you can feel everything here. That's why when
Hmm.
we come here, we're crying because everything is just so intense down
So
here.
intense. Right.
Some of these beings, these aliens on the other side, like they don't feel these things.
Hmm.
They look at humans and they just like they
Yeah.
study it.
They study us
So it's
for
just like
real.
with this reincarnation thing, they're not it's people who are still keep reincarnating on this planet because they can't pass the class.
Mm-hmm.
They can't get beyond this emotion. They can't get past anger. You can't get past depression. You have to grow, and you got forever to figure this shit out. Oh, sorry.
It's all good. That's all good. YouTube not gonna do nothing. Shout out K9B Ether. You know what I'm saying? He in the building. Ashe. All right. So next question. First, let me get your name right. All right. See a few your, you know what I'm saying, your fans. They're like, hey, her name is Kaya, not Kia. Right. Kaya. Yeah. All right.
I don't. That's how it was spelled. That's how it's spelled. Like that's literally how it's spelled in the Egyptian wife of Akhenaten. That's how it's spelled. Okay. I was just like, let me spell it like that. So.
All right. So next question we're gonna get, Kaya, is tell Beyond 5D listeners how to get on the good side of their karma, so they don't need to repeat their same lessons over and over again.
Honestly, being on the good side of karma, you really you have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself of the things that you have put yourself through, the things that you have allowed inside of yourself, the things that you have allowed things to happen around you and you're not saying anything. Like, that's the first step, is forgiveness.
Forgiveness, okay.
Like, in order for you to get on the good side of karma, you need to forgive yourself, recognize who you are. You are here because of that. You are here because you need to ascend beyond these low vibrational feelings. And sometimes you need them because that's how you grow. You cannot have light without darkness. You have to be able to recognize who you are, who you have always been, who you can grow into. Because once you see self, then you can see, oh, now I can become this person. Now I can grow into this being. Because if you're not recognizing your vibration, then you're not going to be able to evolve. You're going to go crazy experiencing the same things over and over again. It's so many times where females have literally been so angry because they can't have a love life because they keep running into the same dude.
Yeah, and they keep complaining about it, but sometimes it starts from them.
It's not. It's you. You are attracting everything with what you are.
I say, you gotta give it a clap it up, okay? Because you speaking the truth. You're not lying. You're not lying.
Especially it's even with parents. Like, it doesn't matter what age you are. They think this age stuff, this time stuff is not nothing. It's all an illusion. Okay, like when you are looking at people's lives and they're consistently being unhappy with things, and you're blaming everything else but yourself. You have to be aware of what you are allowing inside of you. Then you'll be able to evolve. Like, okay, you keep running into the same issues. You keep running into the same dudes. Change where you go look for these dudes. Change how you let these dudes talk to you. Change that. It's all about your mind. Everything is inside of your mind. Like, you want to grow, but you don't want to change yourself. You feel like you're going on this mentality where everything that's happening to you is because of this, because of that. No, you have to go through these things in order for you to grow. If you don't go through it, then how are you supposed to grow?
Right.
All of that pain is going to turn you into a giant. You're going to be evolved from all of this stuff. You don't have to worry about what you've already been through that. That's why some people are here, and some of these kids are emotionally just mature, like all the way. They don't even, they're so understanding of people's feelings. They're nice. Like, it's just, you can tell when somebody has a soulful maturity within themselves, because they will not allow negative things to bother them or hurt them. And people allow things to hurt them because they don't know who they are.
I say,
the cycle.
Period. All right, so you feel like the chosen ones need to do oracles and tarot readings to tap into their past life, or can a real chosen one like reveal their past within themselves in a long meditation?
Oh yeah, Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you really don't need. Some people need to be nudged a little
Mm-hmm.
bit, but I'm gonna say you really don't need the tarot cards or anything like that. Like I said, everything is within you.
Right.
Now, I do tarot card readings on myself sometimes when um I have eaten like some ice cream or something. Like, so
Okay.
like I know that I've ate something that is going to interrupt my meditation or my sleep. So I do
Okay.
tarot card readings, but sometimes it's just like you don't need anybody else. You need yourself. When you
Mm-hmm.
close your eyes, who is there? Nobody but you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to recognize and observe your mind. Really
Mm-hmm.
think and go inside of yourself. Everything will come to you. Even if it's not, even if you don't, oh, I just close my eyes and meditation really doesn't work for me. It doesn't, it sometimes it doesn't even come to you in meditation. It comes to you through experiences. It comes to you through downloads. You automatically start thinking about things that you haven't thought about in years. Your self-reflection, you're always
Mm-hmm.
evolving. You're always trying to wake yourself up, but you
Mm-hmm.
don't see the signs. People who are trying to get tarot card readings, oh, can you tell me what's going on with my life? Can you tell me? No, it's people who can actually come into somebody's aura and read what the heck is going on with them. But it's only up to you to change that. It's only up to you to
Mm-hmm.
recognize what's going on. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's not gonna happen unless
Spit.
you see
Mm-hmm.
inside of yourself.
Right.
You can see everything that you need to see.
Mm-hmm.
You can. Like
Yes.
it's not hard. It's not.
It's
You don't
not.
need anybody to tell you what's going on with your life. You don't need
Mm-hmm.
to call your friend to ask advice or anything like that. You are everything that you need.
Mm. You spitting no facts. I love it. We love it. Beyond 5D is loving it. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is loving it. Everyone, make sure you guys, the views are going up. Make sure you guys keep sharing this live, keep liking it, and keep
Please.
commenting. Yes, I say. All right. Next question we got. So there's a huge belief that when you so-called die, right, to not
Mhm.
follow the moonlight, and that if you do follow the moon, you will be responsible for reincarnation. What is your perspective on this theory, and is it the truth?
Okay.
It's a very
So
controversial theory.
this whole going to the light thing is nothing but a hoax of,
Mm,
like, let's just look at Christianity, right?
right, right.
Let's
Okay.
look at how they made, like, the white Jesus. They made everything white that is good, that is going
Mm,
to save you, that is going to help you. Now, there are beings who shine light, and you could tell, you could feel the goodness and the power within them.
right,
But I'm gonna say, when you close your eyes, you see darkness, right?
right. You do.
And when you go close your eyes and you meditate, or you fall asleep, or you're trying to astral project, everything that is truthfully comes to you. You get to see
Mm,
the real life, real version of things. So with this going to the light thing, it's literally going back to the hospital bed. You're going back to the hospital. That's what you're saying. That tunnel, that flash that you see before you, that whole flash you see in your life and everything, and you see, oh, the light, I'm gonna go to the light. No, that's the hospital room. That's some flashing lights that you see.
mm,
Because literally, even there are people are asking, like, when does a baby, why do they not say the age of a child unless they come out of the womb? Right? The reason why they name the date, like their birthday, and he was born on this day, is because the soul enters the baby, the vessel, and that's the reason why the water breaks. Because the light, you're going back to that light. That darkness is what you're supposed to go back to.
mm,
Because we are melanated beings, right?
right.
We have dark matter energy. We are literally, our soul and our melanin is found in space. Everything is revealed through darkness.
Darkness.
So I don't that whole going to the light thing, that is you being reincarnated. And you like, oh,
Wow.
you know, it's so nice. Let me go back to it. No. And some people can't even, like, you know, they're looking at the light and they can't even resist it because of how their soul has not evolved, right? But you got people who have evolved souls, but they're constantly being reincarnated. You got people who are literally the new ones, the new souls who come down here for a purpose to evolve spiritually, to grow, just like a baby is. And they're being reincarnated because they don't know the truth. They're going through this their whole life and being told, oh, go to the light, look at everything the way this, follow this, follow that. Like, you're not looking at things from a natural perspective. When you close your eyes and go to sleep, that's when you get to see, you get to travel the universe. You get to look inside of your head. You get to see things for what it really is. Your mind is giving you that version of reality, not your eyes. We're only seeing, no, we're not even seeing what we're supposed to be seeing. These physical eyes, it's not even the real thing. Your third eye, your mind is where you see everything for what it is. And you need to in order for you to activate that, you have to close your eyes. You have to be in darkness to see the light. So that whole going to the light, that's a whole hoax for you to keep reincarnating yourself here.
Wow. Thank you so much for this download. I'm like tuned in. This is some deep information. Like, wow.
Thank you. You know, I'm that's what I'm here for. You know, trying to talk. Okay.
All right. So, what do you feel like are the benefits of knowing your past lives and how everything repeats?
The benefits of knowing your past life is knowing your maturity. Some people, some chosen ones are already knowing that. That's why they're evolved more. They're mental, like even like arguing with your parents. Like, parents just don't get it. Some of these, like some of the kids are actually soulfully older than their parents. They're more spiritually mature than their parents. It's like this whole thing of age and you never know what a soul has been through. That's your mind is really going to guarantee how mature you are, because I've seen people who are literally 40 years old and still have the mind of a child. So with that maturity, they don't, it's not clear to regulate somebody because of their age or anything like that. Let's look at how many times you have gone through things and continue to go through these cycles. You can tell, you can literally just be around somebody and see that their behaviors are a definition of who they are and what they're continuing to do with their life. You have to get away from some of these people because they will continue to keep you in that cycle. We are evolving. With these, everything is a cycle. We looking at time. They say it's linear. No, it's not. Because let's just look at the seasons. It always comes back to the same thing. And it's the same thing with that, with your maturity. How are you going to grow through this? How are you going to learn from this? Emotionally, that's how you can tell. You can tell somebody's maturity through how they are, their actions. You have to get away from some of these people because they will keep you in their loop. That's why people in relationships, they can't evolve. They're not doing anything right. It's not gonna grow. It's not gonna help. You can't grow. You have to get away from these people because they can't. Everybody has their own spiritual path that they need to go down, and you can't. You got to get out of that. You got to get out of the cycle. Once you break it, then you can evolve to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. It's just like school. You have to pass this class. You have to go to the next grade, to the next grade, to the next grade. If you don't pass it, you're going to continue to stay where you at. And that's what it is.
Shay, thank you for that explanation. All right, so next question we got. How was someone watching right now? You were speaking about oracles and how you do it earlier in tarot readings, but how will someone watching right now be able to contact their spirit guides for divine guidance?
Spirit guides.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as far as spirit guides, you have people on the other side. You should never actually feel alone, you know?
Mm.
And you have people on the other side who are literally watching over you, caring about you, protect. Even if you feel like your parents are not even like caring about you, you have people on the other side cosmically who have been following you through many lifetimes, because that's your soul tribe. Like these spirit guides and the ones that you want to contact,
Mm-hmm.
you can contact them, but most of the time they already gave you the answer.
Mm. Already watching us too.
You already experiencing what you're supposed to experience in order for you to get through this. You want to contact your spirit guides for information and how do I get through this, or talk to them, or what's the answer to this. They are here to help you. You want to contact them. Let's look at the things that you want to connect to the spiritual realm, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
through meditation, your dreams. That is the easiest way. But you first have to conquer the mind, or you won't
Mm.
it won't work.
Mm.
Or through astral projection, or through just being around. Like I'm not pretty sure that everybody experiences, but most chosen ones, when you start to pay attention, you're going to see angel numbers. You're going to see like specific people who come to you and tell you things out of the blue. People are compelled to tell you things, and you instantly just say, for instance, like you trip over something, like little things like that. Everything around you is always them trying to communicate with you, even if it's hard stuff, even if it's like you going through like heartbreak or pain or just mental, like just trying to get your life together. Those things, they nudge you in ways to help you evolve. Even if you feel like you can't contact them through a spiritual sense, they're always pushing you, and you are always pushing yourself. You're not alone, and you don't need anybody to tell you anything. You can connect to them in
Mm-hmm.
different ways. A lot of people, there are people who are clairaudient. They can
Mm.
hear people on the other side speaking.
Yes, that's the hearing gift. Mm.
Everybody has this ability, but some people are stronger at this.
Mm.
Clairaudience, I've only tapped into it twice. Like, and that's when my ears were ringing so hard. When you get that ringing in your ear, stop what you're doing, because they're trying to tell you something. There was a situation where my ears were ringing for 3 days straight. I couldn't do anything. Everything was just whoosh, 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 whoosh. Like I was going through a womb, and it just was so loud. I was like, okay, you know what? I finally laid down, stand still, take everything in, because for them to be able to come to your vibration, because this is the earth, third dimensionally, if this vibration is lower than everything else. So you're
Mm-hmm.
when you stand still and you actually close your eyes and focus on what they're trying to tell you clairaudiently,
Mm-hmm.
you will hear them.
Mm.
If you can tap into that, because I tapped into it twice. Other times it's just ringing and I'm getting a download. I'm getting thoughts that's coming to me. But I heard one time when I was tapping into my clairaudience power,
Mm-hmm.
I heard ancestors were ready, like clear as day. Nobody was in the room. I was by myself. That's the power that we hold within ourselves.
Mm.
You don't need anything but yourself.
We are the crystal, like they always say.
Yes, we are. Like literally, everything around us is just a reminder of who we are.
Mm.
Like crystals, the sage, you are the sage.
You are the sage.
Just you might need to use it from time to time because you had a stressed out day, but everything is all in you. When I was watching Stranger Things and 11 was literally, she had the power to push this dude to another dimension. And she let this dude chain him up. And she ended up hearing somebody yell, "You can do this, you can do this." And she broke free, all because of her mind. When you doubt yourself, when you let go of who you are and your strength, then you won't be able to tap into that. So you want to connect to your ancestors and your spirit guides and all of these beings. They're always connected to you. They're always around you. Never forget that. You are not alone. You got people on the other side looking out for you, fighting battles that you don't even know that's happening for you. You don't even know that somebody is plotting on you all the way at your job, online. They really fighting for you. And you don't even realize that. My mom has literally went through situations to where people have been plotting on her and something happens to them. This stuff is really, really deep.
Yeah, she got that. She got that big dog protection. Some of us got that big dog protection. So it be
these
like that.
spirit guides is not playing. These ancestors, all of them, they not here to play with anybody. You got to be careful who you try to hurt or anything like that. That's the whole thing. That whole thing about treat others the way you want to be treated. Because you never know who's watching after you. And they're always with you. Always. And they watching stuff that you don't even realize. You start getting ringing in your ear when you're around people, and it's just like, oh shoot, yeah, let me get up out of here. This ain't for me. So
yes.
Everybody be careful. Be careful.
All right. So Beyond 5D, at the end of this live, we will be answering questions. And I already got a line of questions. I already got about 3 questions. If you want your question answered, make sure you cash that Beyond 5D. It could be $1, $2. Your question will be answered first. All right. We're going to go over a few more topics with Kaya. And yes, it's about to be lit. Right. All right. So, all right, Kaya. All right. Now, as we know, the love frequency is very important to ascend this collective shift. How has you being in your heart space changed and transformed your life, as it's so important right now to be in your heart space?
Okay. So some people are confusing this love frequency with weakness.
Yes.
When you get onto that higher dimensional things where you don't feel hate or separation, we all came from one source. There is a collective consciousness that we are always interacting with. You're always interacting with yourself, trying to learn from yourself, all of that. This whole thing of separation is what is causing us not to be able to evolve. Like, we all got to look at each other. We all got to look at ourselves as a reflection. And once you look at that, you start to love everybody around you. You start to feel other people's pain, and you start to, you know what, let me not say that. Let me not, being on the love frequency is where they say Jesus came from. That's the whole thing of the Jesus being, so lovable and caring about everybody and all of that. You're realizing that everybody around you, we all going through the same stuff. We all trying to wake ourselves up. We all trying to get out of this cycle of pain. And it's by understanding each other, loving each other. People be like, my whole life, I've always been so nice. People are like, why are you so nice, Kaya? And I'm like, because I feel everybody. I'm an empath. I literally can feel everything that people are going through. So once you feel that, it's you literally go through so many transformations of how you treating people. Oh my gosh.
I'll mute it for you. You can tell. Yeah, I'll mute it for you for a second.
Thank
you.
Right,
go ahead. Yes, everyone, thank you for tuning in. Almost 500 live viewers. Yes. you want to get your question answered at the end of the live, make sure you guys go ahead and cash up Beyond 5D, or you can ask your questions in the YouTube comments. But it's not promised, as we get a lot of comments. Yeah, I'll do a live with Remedy H, you know. All right, she's back.
Sorry, I'm the most favorite person. Like I literally said, everybody always knows that I'm nice and I care and I feel everybody's pain. So literally everybody comes to me about everything. When you are in that love vibration, people are constantly coming to you because they know that you can understand how they're feeling. Right? So the love vibration is basically tapping into your empath powers. You being able to read people's energy. And understand was like, I literally, every time I walk out in public, I'm feeling everybody's emotions. I'm feeling their pain. I'm feeling even in nature, even with these trees, with grass, with everything that's going on, I feel so much. And that's a part of being on the love frequency, understanding things. And sometimes it's a problem because you begin to absorb their pain. So when you are on that love frequency, you have to understand that you have to protect your emotions, but also understanding and helping other people. You feel their pain, therefore you can help them evolve by it. Like, have you noticed that as you even being friends, like your friends always coming to you, I have this issue, because you're the only person that people can understand from. And that's what we all need to get on, because this whole thing of separation, this racism, this somebody's better than anybody else. Like, no. Let's just look at what everybody's going through. We are all literally in the same room talking about the same things, trying to go beyond this. And this love frequency, let's not, it's hard. You got to be strong enough to feel other people's pain, pass through it, and help. Because you'll end up absorbing people's energy and absorbing their situation. Because I literally, even when you're working, when you're at a job and you're around people, because you're on this love frequency, you're feeling everybody's pain and you're just like want to help people. It's so hard for me to walk past homeless people who are working their jobs. Like, I feel what they're feeling and I want to help them so much. And you get tied up into their life. You have to do what you can to help that person, but you also have to protect your energy also too.
Right. And so many people do feel weak when they try to like tap into the heart chakra, or when they try to like really tap into the love frequency. They look at it as a weakness. They're like, oh, I'm being vulnerable. I'm showing myself. I'm showing my real emotions. And they feel so vulnerable and weak. But it's like, you got to understand, like, you got to really let go. And your heart need to be light as a feather. Like, you shouldn't be jealous. You shouldn't be hatred. You should just have straight love. Like, you know what I'm saying? At this present moment, if you look at someone and you feel jealousy and hate off them, that shows that their heart is not healed, one. And it also shows that they may not really make the ascension because they're in the root chakra. They're in competition. They don't want to accept things. They don't even understand people. As someone who doesn't understand people, someone who is closed-minded, it's not a good look. Like when someone's very closed-minded, when someone doesn't want to learn you, when someone doesn't want to learn other people, that means that they're basically in a box. And people in a box are very dangerous. All right, because that means that they're not in a free mind. Your mind wants to be free, like how Kaya was saying. You know, you want to conquer the mind, right? If you don't have a free mind, basically you're gonna be like in a box. You know, you should be open to any perspective, and you should be open to understand anyone. Everyone has a reason why they do things. And if you even study astrology, you know, they say billionaires study astrology and a millionaire study, what was it? Is that one saying? But basically, astrology explains that everyone has their own perspective on things, and everyone does a thing for a reason. People do their own things because they are basically, that's how they were basically, that's from the stars, from as above, so below. So yeah, so we're gonna go into the next question, Kaya.
Yeah, like, well, okay, let's go to the next question. I want to say something else, but
you can keep tapping on. You want to tap more into that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, even with like this whole thing of like let's talk about the racism. These white people, when you're looking at them, like they're literally like, some people get so angry because they're racist. That's their nature. That's who they are. That's how they feel. That's the hate that's within them. You cannot let that stuff get into you. Like I said, when you're on that vibration of understanding, you start to look at some of these old white people who be so bitter and so like just hating black people, so angry, so racist, and all of this stuff like that. Like once you understand their whole nature, who they are, you looking at their energy is just like, I know I can't, like, you're not on the same level as me spiritually, physically, frequency wise. I can't even relate to you. I don't even think I need to respond back to you. We gonna keep evolving. You're gonna stay at the same level as you are. I had a situation where this girl tried to bully me. I was always a kid, and I could feel people. I could feel people's energy as a kid. And this girl tried to bully me. She was just like being mean to me, like just. I'm like, okay. I'm looking at everything like, why is she acting like this? And people are looking at me like, well, what the heck is wrong with Kaya? She ends up riding the same bus as me. I get on the bus and I sit down next to her and I ask her, what's wrong? And she told me that she was being abused. And she's pushing her abuse onto me. So I could have easily responded and gave her back the same negative energy that she was giving me. But because I understood what the heck was going on with her, and I really knew something was wrong with her, that's when, she actually told me what was going on. And she was like, I'm so sorry that I would, that whole love of frequency vibration, it teaches you to evolve and grow and help people. Most of these people who are in pain, we are here to help them. We're here to feel what they feel and teach them, you don't have to do this. You don't have to be like this.
Right. So how do empaths, like speaking on empaths, right? How can an empath really like deal with without being so overwhelmed? Because like we feel everything. I'm an empath myself. We feel everything. So how do we like prevent being so overwhelmed by going out in public and feeling all the negative emotions of everyone? How do we deal with that?
You deal with trying to protect yourself from people's emotions by remembering who you are.
Remembering who you are.
Because once you get so wrapped up in other people's emotions and their lives, then you're not even looking at the strength that you have within yourself. The strongness and the emotions that you have already overcame. You feeling other people's emotions and thinking that, oh, these are your own. No, they're not. These are somebody else's emotions that you have taken in. You gotta recognize what is you and what is actually somebody else. Because some people be around their parents and they tap into their parents' emotions and they start acting like their parents. And they're not. Oh, that's my dad and me coming out. You're feeling. When you feel everything, is you have to know how to recognize what your emotions is and who you are and what the other person is, the person that you've been rubbing energies with, even with sleeping in the same bed with somebody, sleeping with your cousins, or just having a sleepover. You're in that same room and you are absorbing everybody's emotion. Like I can't be in clubs. I can't be around specific people because I'll end up wanting to help them and end up absorbing their energy.
Sometimes they don't even want help.
Yeah, it's also a thing of like, you can that's what the best thing about, don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of being an empath or tapping into these emotions, because you can understand what people are doing, why they acting like this. Like it's not a weakness.
Right. Someone commented on setting boundaries as well. I like that. Boundaries is important.
You have to. You gotta protect yourself, because you'll end up absorbing other people's emotions, and you'll be like, why am I thinking like this? Why am I acting like this? Why do I feel emotional? Why do I feel angry? Like, this not me. You gotta, then once you realize that, oh, this not me, this is something else, then you can release those feelings, because you know it's not you. Setting boundaries also, like with your parents, with your friends, with your mom, with like it's just all that
Everyone.
plays a part. You have to understand what is you and what is the other person, because you start feeling and merging into that person. That's not you. That's a whole different person, a whole different energy that you taking in and you holding on to it because you want to help so much. No, let it go. You said what you said, and you have to be at peace with some people who don't want help. You try so hard to make people fit and make people feel where you coming from. Look, I'm trying to tell you this, I'm trying to tell you that, but you're not listening. Leave that person alone. They have their own path that they got to figure out. You came here and you showed them, you told them. At the end of the day, they got to take that with them. But don't you dare take their emotions with you, because that's not you.
I see. We got I got something from Ken on Cash App. He said, I would like the chance to speak. Make sure if you Cash App me, make sure you actually ask the question in the Cash App. Please, 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 family. All right. Make sure you actually ask the question in the Cash App. All right. So the next question we got from RealKiyaa, looking forward to this question a lot. All right. So now you personally, do you see yourself coming back to planet Earth again?
That's a real tricky question, because I've always been like a helpful person. Like I'm always the person that people go to like help
Right.
and figure out things and stuff like that. So it's just because I'm so advanced within my mind. I feel like if I'm needed, I will come back. I'm not scared of these emotions. I'm not scared of this vibration. I have been
That's
to
powerful.
darker places and I've gotten out of it through so many different lives. I've already been through this. Once you've already been through this, it's really nothing. Like that's why they send the strongest soldiers. It's really nothing. So I feel like some people are just like, oh, I'm over this. I'm done with this situation. I'm done with this. I'm done with Earth. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm tired of this. Like, you know. But it's some people who are just like, okay, let me help fix this, because some of these aliens, some of these high vibrational beings and deities are coming here to help us.
Right.
They so secure within themselves that they know some of these star seeds and all of them come here from a higher place just to come down here to fix this stuff, because we know that there are things that we have to get right with. This world is not going to evolve if nobody wants to help, if nobody wants to do the hard things. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to go to war. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to fix this planet. That's why I'm so like just interested in the past, because I know what this world used to be. I was there. And I know how to get back to that. I know I can fix this. We have so much time. We have had so much time. Let me say that. We have had so much time to get this right. And most of these people are still staying in this. They're staying in this matrix. They're staying in the ways of this money and working and retiring at 56 and living. No. It's all about now. We got to fix this. It's over with. You cannot just keep coming back here or playing with your life. You're not going to do that anymore. You're wasting air. You think you just here to lollygag and play around? Oh, my life's purpose is to work at McDonald's or become a manager or do this. I'm not ducking nobody from that, but it's just like there are cosmically things that you need to realize that are in the works for this planet. You got to get out of that. Like it's not a game. So I would come back here just because I know I'm strong enough to deal with it. A lot of people aren't. Those are the ones who just like, oh, whatever. I'm over this. I might take off some time or go to somewhere else, but it's just like some of these high vibrational beings are coming down here. Right. They trying to help this. We gotta fix this stuff. What else you just gonna sit in paradise? This was just we good. Just no. It's people out here literally starving. homeless, in pain, going through so many bad emotions. And because you are on that love vibration and you feel what they feeling, it makes you want to help them even more. That's just how my soul is.
Mm-hmm.
I done came back here so many times when I didn't need to, just to help.
Right.
I done already been through this. I'm a soldier. I'm good. I'm not worried about nothing. It's hard,
I feel that.
help.
Did you know that out of all the people I've ever asked, hey, I'd be like, hey, would you ever come back to Earth? They'd be like, hell nah. Most people ain't like, most people will say no. They'd be like, nah, I ain't coming back. I ain't never coming back. You know what I'm saying? You were actually the first, like, on my soul. You're the first person who ever say, I'll come back. I'll come back more than once. That really shows the power of this young queen right here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like it up right here. You know what I'm saying? Support this young queen and make sure you guys go ahead and follow her on TikTok, Instagram. And you know, she is really the truth. She is the youth as well. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the elders as well. But she truly is the youth.
No fear.
She has no fear. Yes.
No fear.
Yes.
I'm tired of it though. He said his only fear of death is coming back to this place reincarnated. Like he was like, I'm gonna go to somewhere else and I'm gonna deal with that because like this is too much. Like it's too much. But like you know who else gonna do it? And we know exactly how this planet used to be. We know exactly what is going on. We had giants. We had giant trees. We had so much high vibrational powers, all of that. And I know this. And I'm trying to get back to that. I know the capabilities of this planet. And the government know the capabilities of this planet. That's why they trying to keep everything the way it is. They taking advantage of the capabilities of this planet. They're doing things that we was doing. They're making movies and TV shows and about the stuff that we was doing and putting it in their own way. Saying that, oh, this was us. No. The black woman has the genetic gene that showed we were already here. We were the first persons to be here. It's so many freaking stories about these beings coming from the sky, coming down here and creating these bodies. And we had powers. We had so many. So we was doing so much. I'm telling you, I want to go into it, but I'm just I want to like chop it up.
Yeah, it's that imagination.
Yes, everything they're showing you in front of your face. All of these movies, all of these TVs, the Avengers, the X-Men, that's the stuff that we was doing. And I'm so passionate about this stuff. I'm trying to get back to that because I know this planet can be the best to its ability. I'm ready for that. I'm ready to make this change. I have no fear. I don't care. I'm not scared of death, transcendence. It's like, be ready.
Just like Rashad Jamal said, we're going to tear this shit up.
Exactly. We know they don't even tell us what we've been doing. They scared of us. They know where we came from. And I do. That's why I'm so passionate about this stuff. I will come back and fix this. If you try to take me off, I'm coming back. Watch.
Oh, they ain't gonna try now. You trust me. They ain't gonna try now. You're too protected. You're way too protected.
What I'm saying, it's time. This planet is gonna come back to what it needs to be, whether they like it or not. So at the end of the day, I have no worries. But you know, I ain't worried about it. I'm gonna come back if I need to. I'm a soldier. This world ain't doing nothing. It's things that's going on that even beyond this. People be so frustrated about jobs and stresses of paying bills and stuff like that. Do you know there are literal star wars happening right now? Planets being destroyed. Like, this stuff is deep. And you think that these little bitty matrix and low vibrational emotions of these lies that they've been making us live is something that's hard? No, let's talk about what's really going on out there. You can't. We know what's going on. We know, and they scared.
Y'all get this. Y'all get the live with the likes. You know, we got a really special, powerful guest star today. So much information. I'm so grateful for this. Yes. Always understand everyone watching right now. Gratitude is the most powerful frequency, as much as love as well. So make sure you tap into your heart chakra. You tap into
Don't be
love.
afraid.
hmm No fear. No fear. Fear is literally a glitch. All right. It makes you weak. It makes you emotional, and it makes you stupid. All right. So when you're fearful, you're not thinking right. All right. Make sure you're thinking through your heart and you're feeling through your heart.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Your mind is connect. Your heart is stronger than your brain, right? Your heart is where
Right.
you feel everything. You feel things, and you have to connect to that. That's how you unlock everything through feeling, absorbing. So everybody understand that there's a shift happening. There's nothing that they can do about it. They can't stop it. Don't have any fear about, oh, what's going on the news or anything like that. Like, you protected. Your body is literally prepared for this world. You were made in the image of
Oh,
this world.
God. hmm
Your skin is literally absorbing sunlight. You should have no fear of what is about to happen. And some people are scared of monkeypox and all of these other diseases and stuff like that. You can't, these man-made stuff. This is nothing. It's nothing. I go around sick people all the time. I was literally working in a place where people was sick everywhere, not wearing a mask. I'm not wearing a mask,
hmm
and I don't get sick.
Right.
That's the high vibration. That's your mind. You being able to control yourself. And it all starts with the heart. Feeling everything. Feeling yourself. Knowing who you are. And having a strong emotion towards who you are. Strong emotion that you can get past this. So you're gonna be all right. Don't worry. Don't have no stress. It's nothing. You greater than all of these bodies that we
I
in.
say so. All right, we're gonna get into the next question for you, Queen. All right, so when you sit down in a meditation, right, what are some ways that you heal your inner child,
Healing my
which is
inner
so
child.
important, right now, is healing that inner child.
Um, okay. So that too on what you said about the love frequency and stuff like that.
Right,
When I
right.
was a child, I'm like, you have to, just like I said, you have to forgive yourself. You have to realize that everything that you are doing and that you did do as a child and the things that you've been through as a kid, like, oh, you have regrets about how you handle situations, or you could have did this, you could have did that, like things that you've been through. You cannot blame yourself. It happened, and you have to get past that. Who are you now? Are you still that same person? You can grow beyond that. Like, it because I was so nice and had such a loving heart. People would always take my love for weakness. Like, certain girls would try to mess with me in school because I'm nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I will show you who I am because I can bring that out. But I'm always on the level of understanding and the love. But it's specific things that make you feel like, oh, I could have handled this situation differently, or why did my parents treat me like this, or I can't move on because this thing that happened to me. You have to forgive yourself. Are you that same person that you were a kid? You cannot blame yourself for things that you weren't involved about at that time. It's
Mm-hmm.
You can't let that get to you. You have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive the people around you, because when you on that love vibration, you understand that that person had an issue. That person was going through things, and they pushed that on me. That whole thing of bullying. Your parents can bully you.
Mm-hmm.
Your siblings. Everybody is trying to push their emotions onto other people. And when you on that love vibration and you heal your inner self, and you're seeing that, oh, this person is like, really, they really got some karmic issues going on with them. Like, you have to forgive yourself, forgive that person, and understand that at that moment you're not the same person anymore. And if you still
Mm-hmm.
are staying that same person, then you got some reflection to do.
Right.
Deal with yourself. That's the only way you can evolve. You want to become this god, you want to become this goddess, it starts within. You got to go back. Even though it's shit, stuff like that, stuff that you dealt with in the past as a kid, you want to forget. No, that's how you grow. That's how you get stronger. Oh, I've already been through this. I've already felt that pain. It's like you have to grow through it. And that's how you become stronger.
Shay. All right, so when we speak about the 5D split, right, and the shift to higher Mother Earth, do you sense that this split has already happened? Or do you sense that Mother Gaia is still giving people more time? Which some people feel like it's more time, and some people feel like, oh, nah, they'd be like, oh, the split has already happened. What's your perspective?
You don't have any more time. A lot of people are realizing and are getting frustrated because they're going through stuff, and all of this stuff is happening so drastically and dramatically. All of these issues, like dealing with their parents, dealing with cars, their bills, and their friendships, and all of these things are starting to uncover to you, and it's just hitting you, whoosh, 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 because you ain't dealt with it. You're gonna have a hard day because you ain't dealt with everything that you have been holding on to and not being aware of. This whole thing of, oh, you think it's not, we're not playing anymore. You cannot just keep going through these lives. Oh, this time I'm gonna be a doctor. This time I'm gonna do this. No, you're wasting your whole life working in this matrix. It's time to stop playing. We gotta get this stuff together. People are really literally out here yelling and throwing food at people and giving their emotions to. I swear I hate the food industry so much. I hate it.
What don't you like about it?
Like literally, I've seen videos of people just letting all of their traumas and anger out on these people, and I'm just like, this world gotta change. That's that whole thing. It's weird. It's time. The time is up. You're gonna get so mad. You're gonna be like, why am I still working here? I hate this job. I hate my life. I hate this. I hate that. You're not going through this for no reason. It's time is up. You gotta fix all of this. You gotta go through all of this. You wasted your whole life. You wanna wait, you wanna ignore stuff. You wanna ignore the things that your spirit guides are sending you. Your ancestors are trying to teach you. You wanna ignore it? Oh, okay. Boom. You're gonna lose your friends. You're gonna have arguments with people that you love. Your life is gonna be turned upside down. You think it's time to play? You think you're supposed to go your whole life through working a job, going to school, learning all of these things that are backwards, and think that is the cosmic connection that is just, I'm gonna go to heaven and I'm going to, I'm gonna be there and that's it. I did what I was supposed to do. I went to church every Sunday. No, you got more stuff you need to do. You gotta heal your soul. And they're not playing. So many people are going through so many stuff right now. So much. I'm seeing so many people deal with all emotions. And they're like, dang, why is all this stuff happening to me? It's not bad. It's not bad. Even though it's a difficult situation, you were supposed to evolve from that years ago. But you didn't. So now it's hitting you because the vibration is changing. And if you don't get on that, you're gonna get left. There is no more time to play. You think no. You're gonna get left. And it's not gonna be pretty. Oh, what are you doing here? Nipsey said, find your purpose or you're wasting air. It's not gonna happen for you if you don't go beyond these emotions, and you ain't even dealt with them before. You holding all of that in. Everything, how your parents treating you as a kid, how these jobs be yelling at you, and how the school was, how all of this, you holding on all of these things. You dealing with all these things and saying, oh, this is what life is supposed to be. No, it's not. You can't even evolve beyond that to even get to the surface, to touch the surface. Cause there's so much stuff we still gotta do. So you think you got all the time in the world? Oh, I'll just, I'll deal with it when I turn 30 or something. No. I'll start eating healthy when I get older. No, deal with it now. Because it's the same thing. It's all showing around you. Look within. People who constantly eat unhealthy, they end up having a disease, and now they got to deal with this dis-ease.
Dis-ease. Oh.
So it's just like you can't ignore this anymore. Your body is gonna force you to heal itself. You're gonna either you're gonna continue to eat the way you eat, or you're going to let this thing eat you alive. There's no time. Your body is showing you. The world is showing you. The sky is showing. Look at the sky. Look at all of these rainbows, these lightning, all of these storms happening. They're fighting, and we gotta do what we need to do. We gotta fight for ourselves. We gotta fight out of this matrix. Every time you see a thunderstorm or lightning or anything like that, that's war happening spiritually. Like, there's no more time to play. Stop what you're doing. Stop trying to please your boss. Stop trying to please your parents. Stop trying to care about these things that are not even a part of a cosmically aligned life. You cannot take money with you when you die. Stop worrying about that. You can't do anything if you are not right within your head and you're not dealing with any of these emotions. You're so unhappy, but you're not willing to do anything to help yourself be in a happy space. Oh, we're gonna push you. We're gonna force you. If you can't handle the weight, then what you think gonna happen? The same thing. You eat unhealthy, your body gonna have dis-ease. And your body is gonna force you to fix it. If you don't fix it, then it's game over. So that's all I gotta say.
I felt that when you said you cannot take money with you when you die, when you leave. Well, I felt that.
People are stressing about that stuff, killing themselves over that, not knowing that ain't even real. It's not. And you want to waste your whole life caring about all of these systematic bull crap. Oh, I gotta pay my bills. I gotta redo my license. I gotta pay my insurance. Why are you caring about that? That is not even a real thing. It's people in different lands who not even having the same issues. They worried about eating. They worried about trying to fix the government. Why are you stressed about this stuff? Let's just all stop. Everybody stop. Everybody stop working. Stop paying the bills. Stop buying gas. Stop celebrating these holidays. You will have so much less stress. Why are we caring about all of these things? It's the cycle. It's the matrix. You're stuck in it, and you're going to be forced out. You're being forced out right now. All of these, everything that's happening to you, your job making it harder, giving you more hours. That's not happening for no reason. You're being pushed to rise up. So what you gonna do? That's it.
Hey, the ancestors, they channeling you.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you letting that? How can you even let that situation happen? You're arguing with somebody over ketchup, over a chicken sandwich. That's what's stressing you out right now. You know what's stressing me out? This planet, this vibration, these people, this matrix, all of that. You caring about stuff that don't even need to exist. That's not supposed to be here. Why? Let it go. Give in. And you'll see the growth.
Period. All right, so how long did it take for you to remember who you are and recall back your mission in this lifetime and to help the ascension in humanity ascend? You want me to repeat
Oh,
it for you?
no, I know what you
Okay.
said, but I just can't. I don't have a memory of like awakening.
Right.
I was always like this.
Mm-hmm.
Always. I was 9. I have pictures of me 9 years old sitting in front of 5 candles, water, and incense. And I
Been
was
tapped in.
meditating.
Tapped in.
Like I was 9. I'm like, what? I've
Now
always
look
been
at
like
me.
this. Literally. And I'm sitting over here frustrated about life. And I'm just like, oh, how do I get out of this matrix?
Right.
By being myself, by remembering who I always been. I've always been aware, high vibrational, woke, looking at things from a different perspective, seeing the truth. I've always been like that. Focus on what you are passionate about, and that is what will set you free. When you have these awakenings, they're not happening for no reason. Some people are woke and they're not even saying anything. They just like, oh, whatever. This life is just, the world is just gonna be what it is. The government's still controlling everything. I can't control nothing. That's why these people. That's why they're not coming together. That's why this in the 1960s, everybody came together because they were tired of the bull crap. They were tired of the racism. They were tired. We need to have that same mentality about this matrix.
Mm-hmm.
You having this awakening, it's not for no reason. And I had it. I don't even know when I had it. I was just woke always. I
Mm-hmm.
just wasn't speaking.
Right.
And once I start speaking and becoming the person who I've always been on the inside, that's when everything started to rise for me.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a blessing that, yeah, it's a blessing that the ancestors give you a platform because you deserve it. You have the knowledge. They're not gonna put those leaders out there on the top for no reason. They give those leaders a higher responsibility for a reason, and
right.
you deserve it right now.
Have you ever watched I'm pretty sure, have you watched Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I watched Doctor Strange. Yeah,
Okay, so the first movie, right? He was a
yeah,
doctor. He had everything he wanted. He had money. He had
right.
all of that, right? And he ended up getting into a car accident and breaking the very thing that makes him money. And he's so frustrated. Why did this happen to me? Why am I? Why? He's just
Mm,
angry, right? But then he ends up finding this place where he had a whole awakening. He was
mm.
able to bring his powers out. He was doing traveling different dimensions. And look at seeing how he is now.
Yeah, man was tapped into that magic. That's that real
Exactly.
magic, high level
Everything,
magic.
right. Everything is happening to you for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be stressed out. Oh, this situation is hurting me. No, it's not. It's growing. You're growing. You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna change into a beautiful thing.
Yes, in order to move forward in life and to become more stronger, you're gonna have to be pushed and faced with resistance. It's a very point right now. You will be
Exactly.
faced with resistance, and I know a lot of people are going through things right now. Even I'm going through things right now. Don't ever think no one is perfect. No one here is not going through things. It's impossible. No one here is perfect, right? We're all going
Mhm.
through things. Just how you react to these things. Repeat.
Yeah.
It's how you react to all these obstacles that you're already overcoming. It's how you react to these things. Whether
That's
it's a
it.
person, a situation, you will be faced with it, but it's just the outcome. You will overcome them. It's just in your mind and conquer your mind and conquer the obstacles, conquer everything. I
Right. Exactly.
say what I gotta say.
You got to you woke too. I need you to do some. I need you to do some TikToks and stuff. I'm ready to hear what you got. I'm
All
scared.
right. All right. So when you're conversating with someone, how do we discern the truth between an ancient soul and a new soul?
Ooh. Okay. So ancient souls are like ancient souls are like people who are very one within themselves, and they've always been so understanding of people. They've always been so like they're just they're very knowledgeable of who they are. They never forget who they are. They're very smart. They're very like they just they don't follow what other people doing. They're so intelligent with anything. They excel with everything that they do. With these new souls are the people who, okay, there was an episode. Do you watch Family Guy?
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of it, but I know there's some clues in it though.
Okay, so there's an episode of Family Guy where these people, they were creating new religions, right? Mm-hmm. And every time they create a new religion, they were jumping to the different churches. Like, hey, come over here and look at this new religion. Come over. Like, the new souls are the ones who are like gullible to everything new. They don't really care about the past. They don't really care about like anything that is ancient. They're not really interested in. They always following the new wave. The new ones, they're more easily controlled. That's right. Why it's easier for them to be reincarnated, because their soul is new. And the more they program you while you're here to think a certain way and not care about anything, and don't just follow this new trend. Oh, let's do this new TikTok dance. All of that, like, they're the ones who care about stuff like that. They care about the new things. They're not really interested in history or like learning things and cosmically connecting. They're not. But they are here to evolve and go through things also. They're supposed to grow and learn how to overcome pain and these low vibrational emotions. But they're being distracted. They're not looking at the purpose of their soul. Everybody's so connected to physical life. But physically, we all going through things, but mentally is where it's important. Your mentality. It's easier to control somebody who's new instead of controlling somebody who's old. That's why they knock the old souls off. Then these new souls, they are literally trying to evolve spiritually, but they're not being led the right way. People like ancient souls and people who have old souls and they're here to actually lead them the right way. But we got this we got this educational system, we got college, we got all of these things that they're being distracted with and not really understanding what is really important. So they won't be like, we have to do that for them. I have to make sure that the legacy that I leave behind will be beneficial to the future, or the future, whatever it's called, the new cycle. Because they're being misguided so much. And it's because of the parents. It's because that they're not doing what they're supposed to do. They're stuck in the matrix. So they'll put their kids in the matrix. Like, these new souls, they're not really, like, literally, it's hard because when I think about it, a lot of people, a lot of families, especially Black families, right? We have this whole system to where we have to care about money. And the parents are always talking about, oh, I got to pay these bills. I got to do this. I got to go to work. They're always working. And the only way they can work, they can't leave. We have to teach our kids. That's what we're supposed to do.
Right.
That's what we have kids for, to pass down information. But we're not passing down the information. The only thing we're teaching them is how to live in the matrix. These new souls are being guided in the wrong way, and they're being reincarnated here. And they're lollygagging. But they have so much potential. They're like babies. They're literal babies. And the world is molding them to be able to cooperate within this matrix. Because the kids got to go to school. The parents got to go to work. And while they at school, the time they're supposed to spend to learn and teach things, like, they're not learning what they're supposed to learn. They're over here learning what's X plus XY plus Z equals what. Like, what does that have to do with activating and growing your spirit and your mind? Because when you graduate from high school and you end up getting a job or something like that, you still got to clock in, even though you're feeling depressed, even though you having a bad day. They don't teach you about that. They don't teach you how to emotionally understand yourself.
Right. And like Rashad said, he said the real gods, they don't work jobs.
Don't. I'm doing it. I will never work another job ever.
Never. Some of this is not for us. Some of us, the ancestors won't even allow us to work jobs. This is not like, I cannot make this up. You try to work a job, watch how you always gonna get some trouble. You always gonna get some smoke.
It's always gonna be something. You're gonna have
drama.
a weird coworker who don't like you, and you gotta deal with their emotions. And is they working to the like, or managers like, why you putting yourself through that? Why not going? Oh my gosh, like why? Nip was trying to tell us this. Find your purpose, or you wasting air. Fuck it though, y'all niggas scared. You're scared. Let go. Soon as I let go, soon as I stop like trying to please everybody, the only reason why I was working a job was I was trying to please my mother, please my family, because what are you doing with your life? You're not even like
right.
Okay, but then it wasn't me. I'm doing what everybody else wants. I'm doing what's programmed in the matrix to succeed. But we know this matrix is not real. This whole system is not real. It doesn't. This is not something that is a intelligent. It's not nothing. It's literally a system of being locked up and being worker bees. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna work for nobody else. I would rather go it through the hard way. I would rather deal with the stress of whatever is being thrown at me than go work a job, because I'm not benefiting anything but them. That corporation is gonna be here after I die, or whatever, because we know this stuff is changing. But you end up working a job. What did you actually accomplish? What mark did you leave on? They're taking over your duties that you're supposed to do. You got all of these rich white people who are creating all of these things and inventing things. And we got some black people who are stepping into their purpose and they becoming millionaires. So many smart black people, melanated beings, are stepping into who they are and what they're supposed to do. And they're excelling at it. You letting all of these white people take your purpose and you doing what they supposed to be doing. This is not your life. You have a purpose and you not serving it. You doing what the Matrix wants you to do. Just so because people are so scared of survival. They're so scared. Oh, I won't have, I don't have, how am I going to make money? Don't think about that.
Right. It's the root chakra. That's why even arguably a lot of people, like even Rashad Jamal, considered the root chakra the most important chakra. While you have others, like let's say like Yaki Awaken, he says the most important chakra is the heart chakra. Everyone has their own perspective. There's no right or wrong, but root chakra is important. Don't think the root chakra is not important, because it really is important. If you do wake up, let's say your third eye chakra open, right? And you let's say your third eye chakra open and you're not grounded, you're gonna feel very, very fearful, because your third eye open, you see everything. And let's say you're not in your root chakra, bro, you're gonna feel scared of everything. Like you're just gonna be walking down the street, you're gonna be thinking everyone's a reptilian. No, just in your third eye, you just overthinking. You know what I'm saying? It's about the balance.
Once I balanced myself, I was able to leave the whole matrix of everything. Like I literally, like as a kid, the only thing I was focused on was astro projecting, talking to my spirit guides, talking to aliens, talking like I was always trying to open my third eye, my crown chakra. I'm not focusing on my survival instincts. I'm not focusing on my low vibrational self. And that's I'm literally not taking care of that. I have to make sure that everything is aligned for me to be correct. Because when I was a kid, I had watched this movie called Insidious. And I was worried about, like, I was scared. I was a little scared. I'm like, okay, is it like, am I going to be able to see these beings? My dad used to make us watch movies like that. Like, am I going to see these beings? How am I going to react? Everything that you're doing on the physical plane is getting you ready for that next level, because everything on that dimension is felt. Everything you think about conjures up in the real, like in the fourth dimension, the astral plane. You have to be ready. You have to master that, because it's harsh. It's really freaking harsh. Like
Mm-hmm.
they not ready. Like
Mm.
you gonna get
It's
pushed.
really
You're gonna get
right.
pushed.
Right. Really gotta take your time when it comes to the chakras as well. Can't rush
Yes.
opening a chakra. You got it,
Oh
especially
my
like let's
God.
say the crown chakra. Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can be
Mm-hmm.
high vibrational as heck, but you can still be working this job and wondering why you so still unhappy. Like that's what's happening to me. My higher self I was so into my higher self, and I'm just like, okay, I don't even care about this life. I'm just like, I'm gonna still be out here astral projecting, doing what I need to do, and talking to spirit guides and stuff like that. But man, this life really don't matter, and it does. You can't just clock out. You have to care about your survival also, but you have to let go too.
Mm-hmm.
When I was working, and I was just like, why am I so unhappy? I'm doing what I'm
Mm-hmm.
supposed to do. Apparently, no, I'm not.
Mm.
That lower self in
Mm.
yourself. That lower self is where you feel that power. You feel that
Mm.
I'm gonna stand on this ground. I'm gonna stand on my 2 feet, and ain't nobody gonna move me.
Mm.
That power, when you don't have that, and people be like, oh, low vibrational. I'm not low. I don't want to focus on my other chakras. No, you have to, because that's what's gonna help. That's what help you navigate through this world. Your higher self is helping you navigate through the other realms, and also having that strength, because a lot of people are scared.
Mm.
Monkeypox, COVID-19, all of that. They're scared of everything. Oh, I can't lose my job. I don't know what's gonna happen. If you have your root chakra activated, you're not scared of nothing. I'm standing right here. You ain't gonna move me. I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna work in who I'm supposed to be. And you're not gonna put fear in me. You're not gonna scare me. You're not gonna tell me bad things are gonna happen to me because I'm not doing things the way it's supposed to be done. No, I believe in myself. This is who I
Mm-hmm.
am. And you're not gonna make me forget that. You need that. That lower self is your strength to be higher
Yeah.
within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You have to align it.
Mm.
If you don't
Yeah.
have it, then you're just gonna be so nice.
Right.
You're gonna be so like, okay, just
Yeah.
no.
You reminded me about someone I was talking to at LifeWaves event, and she was telling me face to face. She was like, you got to feed that lower self. You can't just feed your
Mhm.
higher self. You can't just meditate all day, and like you actually got to feed your lower self. So maybe if you do like sipping some wine and feeding your lower self, do it. You do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? It's the free will. You know what I'm saying? If you like whatever you like doing, like it's okay to do something that's like a little bit 3D once in a while, because we're on a 3D plane. If you like cars, whatever you like, you got to balance it out. It's impossible. Like that's why some people who I talked to before, I think Real Chosen was telling me this, but he was saying like, you can't really, like the monks, like how the monks, like they always meditate all day and whatever, they just on the spiritual balance and all that. He was saying they're not really balanced because they're too spiritual. And he was saying a lot of them really don't really even have emotions, which is kind of low key unbalanced. It's like you got to really talk to a monk to see what's really taking place. There's something going on that we just don't know about. So it's really about the balance between the 3D plane and the 5D plane. That's a fact.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one thing, like I was paying attention. I was watching this TV show called Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Mm-hmm.
and uh I forgot his name. His Iroh or something like that. He was always so like giving spiritual like information and like always being nice to people, but then people actually thought that he was soft. But soon as he started fighting, like he started fire bending and all of that, people really like, where did this come from? Like it's a whole balance out here. You can be high vibrational, you can be all of that, but don't ever let nobody like punk you or think that you soft, because you're like, they really be mistaking this
This,
wokeness and this
yeah,
spirituality
the
stuff like
spiritual
it's
stuff,
like
like you, yeah, like you a
something to
goofy,
play
like
with. Like,
you know what I'm
hey,
saying?
you know what I'm connected to? I
Yeah.
balance myself out.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot move me. Like literally, I have that strength because I paid attention to my lower self. Because you got to advance that in order for you to get to your higher self and like really be strong enough to handle those fields. Because when you astral project and you raise out of your body and you walking around, If you walking around with fear, that's exactly what them entities gonna run to. They gonna run to you because you fearful. They don't like you. Like, you have to be ready for that.
Must.
You gotta be strong enough to know when you need to be serious and you need to be war ready, and then you know when you need to feel that love light. Like that love vibration and this war mentality, that's all the same. There's even in European spirituality, right? We got the people who believe in the Orishas. They have there's a saying where they don't believe in good or evil. Everything is the same thing. It's all duality in things. You gotta have evil and lightness. You gotta be able to have that darker side and that light side, and that's
Right.
all gonna come together. That yin and yang energy. That's what
Right.
makes
Right.
it strong.
Right. That's why even Isis Wisdom talks about this as well. And this is going to be a very important topic. But she also talks about how there's malevolent, there's benevolent, and there's neutral. There's all type of spirits. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You have the choice, obviously, to be malevolent, which is obviously evil. You have the choice to be neutral, which is in the middle, and you also have the choice to be benevolent. But basically, the extraterrestrials, our star family, there's all types of malevolent, benevolent, and neutral. You know what I'm saying? But if you are neutral, there's nothing wrong with that. Understand, if you are neutral, there's nothing wrong with that. Just understand that you are going to be responsible for your consequences. She always says that doesn't mean, like, let's say you're malevolent, right? That does not mean that you're not going to be responsible for what you do. You're still going to be responsible. If you do something bad, there's no karma going to come back. But it's free will at the end of the day. But just understand that in order to go to the fifth dimension, you are going to need to tap into your heart chakra, your heart space, and you're also going to need to understand the law of karma and forgiveness at this present moment. That's a fact.
Exactly. You
Yes,
gotta
yes.
know who you are, all and do everything. You gotta master your emotions, your depression, your sadness. You gotta master that, because when you have that, like when you go through those things, when that happens for you, you have to see that if you are on the fourth dimension or you're astral projecting or anything, everything that you're doing is a reflection of what's going to happen to you. You gotta grow and know who you are fully. You have to feel everything of who you are, accept everything, your anger, your sadness, your low feelings. That's what makes you stronger when you on there, because you've already been through that. Hey, you can't touch me. You can't mess with me. I'm so in tune with myself all the way. You trying to break, like, I literally had a dream. I had an entity who was following me for 3 days straight. And I was literally asleep having the same dream, coming back to that dream every time. And he got so mad because I wasn't like reacting to him. Like, I would try to walk away from her or get away from him. And I feel like that's not, I should have faced him. But the last day when I was dreaming about him, he manifested himself into, like, have you ever seen the red face on Insidious?
I've never seen that. I'm
That
being
demon,
honest. No.
it was like a black demon with a red face, and he tried to scare me with that. And I'm just like, leave me alone. I don't fear you. I'm not scared of that. I have no fear. You can't feed off of me. It's not going to work. When you have that strength, when you know that you've already conquered those feelings, nothing can bother you on this physical realm and spiritually. It's not going to happen.
It ain't gonna happen. I say it's a powerful live. Everyone in this live, let's get the likes up. Yes, yes, yes. Share this video, and let's break the YouTube algorithm, because this live is worthy of like 100K. It really is. Hope you guys know that it's worthy of 100K. You know what I'm saying? So we about to get into some questions. We got the main part one out the way, and part two is basically going to be questions. I already got a list of questions directly on the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get your question answered, make sure you donate at least $1 to this live right now, and we will be answering questions on YouTube comments too, but it's not promised because there's a lot of questions, so we're going to prioritize the Cash App comments first. All right.
Okay. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. You could talk about anything else you want to preach to Beyond 5D as well. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's on your mind, anything the ancestors want you to preach, anything you've been going through, anything that you feel like you got to get off your throat chakra, anything shadows, anything you're learning, lessons.
Okay. I want to talk about ghosts.
Okay.
Like, I want to talk about people who are experiencing like those type of things. There are, because people who are experiencing, they have, people are carrying entities with them like throughout their lives. I'm in public and I'm seeing like shadows over people. Like, people are not
Mm.
really recognizing that their soul is being fed, like all of their emotions that they're going through, it's literally sucking everything out, like, literally. And I'm seeing that because some of these entities, like, you have to fight them, really, like, you literally fighting with yourself, like, you can't control your emotions. You feel like, you feel depressed, you feel low, like, all the time, like, you can't sleep. Like, I've seen so many people deal with those situations, and it's just like they're literally feeding off who your essence. I watched this movie, it was called
Mm-hmm.
Insidious, The Last Key, right? And
Yeah.
this entity was inside of this house, and it made the father like beat on his kids and do all of that, and then just like be mean and evil and kidnap women and all of that stuff. Like, some people are really snapping, like doing really heinous stuff because of these entities that are following them around, like these mass shootings. How are you just snapping and wanting to kill kids?
Mm-hmm. It's
This,
so deep. Mm.
like, how do people just do, you're 18 and you think you just end up doing that? Like, women, I'm seeing people, I saw, it was a story where a woman shot up a airport or something. Like, how are you letting this happen to you? It's these entities taking over you. You're feeding you've been feeding these entities. It's just like how with people who sell their soul. They have to feed, they have to do these sacrifices. They have to feed these entities in order for them to be able to sustain that energy. That's why I watch scary movies. I used to watch, I don't watch them now anymore,
Mhm.
but I used to watch scary movies. It used to teach me so much about spirituality.
Mm.
Like, I
Shows you about the
literally,
dark side. I feel like the dark
yeah,
side of
it's
spirituality.
talking about how to overcome these beings, these negative low vibrations, because that's what's
Mm.
really ruling the planet, right? That's what's
Right.
really taking advantage of, like, America, this earth, like all of that. They're controlling all that. They're keeping this vibration low.
Right.
You got to know how to fight these beings. You
Mm.
cannot be scared.
Right. All right. So we got the first question. We got it from Bianca Negron. All right. She said, "How to know if you're indigo, crystal, or star seed?" I'll let you go first.
Ooh.
Yeah. How to know if you're indigo, crystal, or star seed?
Um, Honestly, it just really depends on, like, the let's say that the colors that you have always been attracted
Mm-hmm.
to, you're the
Mm-hmm.
way, like, how you are also. Like, you could tell by, some people want unity. Some people want like the not the non-separation of things. It's some people like who are star seeds who are here to heal, like
Mm.
heal people. And then you got like some of them who are just um in the root of evolution, of evolving to the higher planes and the dimensions. We have all of these star seeds and people who are differently here with different purposes and different things that they want to accomplish and they're passionate about. So, in order for you to like see, like, oh, where is your soul tribe? Where do you really come from? Where is your, what is your purpose? What are you here to do? Like, and then you just
Mm-hmm.
go back to what you are passionate about. What have you always been good at within, around people, around the consciousness, around the vibration? What is how
Mm-hmm.
have always been your connection? Do you want to help people? Do you want to heal people? Do you want to stop the diversity situation? It all plays a role in, because we got all these different entities, all of these aliens coming down here, and they're helping, and they're from different. They have their own philosophies. So,
Mm-hmm.
what is your purpose
Right.
of growth for
Okay.
people?
All right. In my personal perspective, you should check out Brother Yusuf, New Life Tools. He talks about the star seeds, indigo children. He tells you more in depth, and watch the indigo one and see if that relates to you. See if that resonates with you a lot,
Mm-hmm.
because that will basically guide you. I don't know too
See
much
what
about it
you
off, right. I don't know too much off my dome. All right. So the next question we got is from XX. He said, "Do we really have abilities like telekinesis?" I'll go first because I know you're gonna go in. So I'll say basically, yeah, we do have abilities like telekinesis. It's something that you do have to like really practice a lot every single day. Like you can't really just wake up and just try to do it. You gotta really tap into your psyche. You gotta meditate a lot, and you also gotta practice something called Tai Chi, right? Practice something called Tai Chi. Do a lot of yoga. You got to really tap into your energy, tap into your kundalini energy, your dragon energy. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You got to really, really tap into your energy. Not, you can't be stagnant. Yeah, that's basically all I'll say about telekinesis. I'll let you go now.
Everybody has powers, and people are not realizing that your ability to feel other people's pain, that's a power. Your ability to see spirits, that's a power. I'm going through all of these different, like, I just tap into so many different powers. Like, as a kid, I used to see dead people. I used to see
Mm,
people walking around the house, and I would like literally not know what to do. Nobody told me or anything like that. And like also clairaudience,
mm,
mediums, what they call them, people who can hear things. Like, it's so many. You have everything within you. These powers, like you say that, oh, if it's not real or if it is, we do have powers because everything comes from something. They're
mm,
not getting these inspiration for movies for no reason. All of this stuff,
mm.
all of these myths and everything about giants, about telekinesis, about being able to control the elements, about
The
all of that.
weather,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
storm.
like you, it's not coming from
Mhm.
like
And they
it's not
still making movies about this to this day. What does that tell
exactly.
you?
Just look at that. They cannot. They're not gonna tell. Like they even said it. It's CIA documents about how you can control your body, how you can astral project, how you can um control your emotions, change how you cannot feel pain. They know this. Why? Where do you think they got this from? They got hidden information about us in a library with the Pope, whatever the Vatican, whatever it is called. They have everything on us. They're not making these moves for no reason. And just look at everything that they're showing you, but they're not going to tell you,
Hmm.
right? So pay attention to that. Your powers, the same thing that you're seeing on these TV screens and these movies, that's the same stuff we was doing.
All right. So still waiting for more questions on Cash App. But for now, we're gonna answer some YouTube questions. All right. So we got a question from Spiritual Tanja. The question is, who is God in your opinion? I'll let you go first.
Who is God? So God is creator, right? And what are we doing on this world? We're on this in this plane. We are creating things. God when you say God, it's like that's a that's a male figure. That's not like when you think about a spiritual in a spiritual sense of what God is, the creator, the everything that was created. What are you seeing around you? Right? You're seeing so many people create all of these different things and create life. The real God of this world is the black woman because we are giving life. We are creating life. We are carrying life.
Hmm.
So, and we're just gonna talk about like if you want to say God, black woman is God, and that's and they try to say that in a male, they use the male sense. Nah, they always try to take that off. We were the first. The black woman is the first person who was here. No other beings were walking this planet before the black woman. We were here first. So then you want to talk about let's talk about it in a spiritual sense. We all are a collective consciousness, and we literally created ourselves. That's how we got here to experience the cycles, all of this.
Hmm.
God is us. We are the
Mhm.
gods and goddesses because we are creating things.
Right. I like that. I love it. All right. Next question we got is from Dale Godfrey. He said, "How would you know if you're becoming spiritually awakened?" So I'll go first. I'll take this real quick. If you if you're becoming spiritually awakened, you're gonna notice a lot of angel numbers. That's the first thing I noticed. You're gonna notice you may not really want to eat meat no more. You're gonna be like, man, meat is just like pointless at this point because it's just gonna be like it's dead energy. You're gonna notice people around you to start to change because they're gonna start seeing you change, and when you change, they're gonna be jealous of you because they're gonna be like, dang, he's changing, he's on his elevation, she's on his elevation. So you're gonna start knowing around people around you start to change. You're also gonna start to notice that you're gonna start seeing things for what it really is because that's the third eye opening. Third eye chakra is one of the most attacked chakras, and that's why they put fluoride in the food. So your third eye chakra is extremely important right now. And you're gonna also notice you're gonna start to have more guidance. You're gonna start knowing what you need to do, not what you want to do, but what you need to do. And if that's help humanity, that's what it's going to be. If that's make a cause, that's what you got to do. That's what you must do. You have work to do. A lot of y'all have work to do, and you know what you got to do. So why why are you waiting? You got work to do. Some of y'all are ascended masters. Like I said, you have work to do, and you'll just start getting these inner callings and guidance of things to these ideas, these innovative ideas to help the cause, help humanity. If that's anything, if that's even talking to people at your job and just trying to like see like say something that's conscious, spiritual, and try to, pick their mind with something, you know what I'm saying? Pick their mind like you pick a beat. You feel me? So it's just these things that will come to your mind, like these guidance and these callings, these ancestors will be around you as well. You might start to dream a lot more and astral project and lucid dream. And the main thing you're gonna start noticing is that you'll just start to feel very, very good. You're gonna start to feel very good when you spiritually awaken. That's the heart chakra as well. That's the Christ consciousness, and you're gonna also be able to get your questions answered. What you laughing at?
You just put the words like right out of my mouth, like literally. I feel like we on the same, like we telepathically speaking to each
Yeah,
other.
that's what I'm thinking. It is. I think we like tapped on the same channel because this even alone is like a low key a channel. It's a channel,
Mhm.
right? So we tapped on the same channel, and it's alive. So we like stealing the same information from our minds. You know,
Right.
I was low key thought you took my voice and you started using it. I'm like, what the heck going on? Oh my god. Oh my
No, but
god.
like your spiritual awakening is like you're really going to start seeing things, like you're going to take an interest in things that other people are not paying attention to.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Facts.
just what it is. Like,
Mm-hmm. Y'all see, y'all keep asking questions. We answering. We're gonna take like probably about 10 more questions, and before we wrap it up, you guys want your question to be 100% answered. Make sure you guys go ahead and cash out Beyond 5D. You can also type your comments in the YouTube comments. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. I'm seeing a lot of questions. Seeing a lot of questions.
ooh, I just saw a good one. Oh my goodness. Y'all look, okay? Ask them. Shoot, we speaking the truth over here. This is beyond 5D.
Yes, Beyond 5D. All right. Can you only get to 5D after life? I don't understand what that means.
No.
No. There's gonna be a whole ascension shift, and you can ascend to 5D right now. It's all in. It's a love frequency. You have to tap into your heart chakra, and you have to forgive everything. One of the crystals I recommend that even I don't sell is Motivite. Get you a piece of Motivite, and that's gonna help you to ascend to the fifth dimension because it's gonna literally let go of everything, and it's gonna be hard. I'm not going to say here you go ahead and get you something that's gonna make you go to the fifth dimension, but you gotta really like do hella shadow work, and you gotta really heal your heart chakra. Like you could tell when someone's speaking from the heart. You can also tell when someone's speaking from like just ego and just trying to like conquer the conversation. It's you going. How do you feel when someone speaks to you? If they speaking from the heart, like I just said, that's everything right there.
It's a mindset. It's not, I mean, it's like
Mm-hmm.
you're the dimension that you're trying to say that you're getting to, you're going to be able to experience those things. That is 5D, but it also starts with your philosophy of your mind. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
only after, it's not only after like you can experience everything now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally experienced so much like with traveling to different bodies, and I was with quantum jumping. Like you have the ability to do everything that you want now. It's all
Mm-hmm.
about how your mind is. That's
Right.
mentions is rising to those abilities and that frequency.
Okay, we got something from Rashawn Worthy. He said the meaning of birthmarks. I'll let you go first on that.
Oh, okay. So the meaning of birthmarks, um, they are a manifestation of what happened to you in a past life,
Mhm.
or
You
what
got it.
you could, like literally specific things. Like I like people have like weird looking toes for some reason. Some people have like three big toes that look big, or like just different body marks on them that like are not like a normal human body looking thing, like spots on their body. All of that is like your spirit or your soul coming forth and showing you like, oh, this is what happened in a past life. Like some people like was living in different bodies, and they're some of the essence from that different body is being in your life now.
Mhm.
People who have weird looking feet, or like their arms can bend a certain way, or like anything that is different, that shows you where your soul has been and what your
Mhm.
soul has been through. So that's pay attention to that. That could show you like what happened to you in a past life, what was on your body when you were in a past life, if you were in a different like earth or a different place, like
Right.
that shows you. It
Right.
literally does.
I was just watching a video of that, but yeah, you basically said everything I was going to say.
I told you it's like a telepathic connection right there.
Yeah. The question from how do you feel about fasting from Heim Global? Fasting is very, very, very powerful. I was just even telling someone today, it's like you don't need to detox through like herbs. The best detox is actually fasting. Your body naturally does a detox when you don't eat for 24 hours. So you don't need to do all these herbs. It helps you, but fasting is very, very powerful. It can literally actually activate your light Merkaba body, meaning it can make you dream way more better. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to make your intuition on point. It is going to make you more sensitive. When I say sensitive, I'm talking about more receptive. It's going to make you more receptive to things around you. So it's going to make you more receptive to like energies and frequencies, downloads. You're going to be more like a sponge when you fast. That's why people they get overwhelmed, but it is very powerful. You want to tap on that, Kaya?
Okay. Fasting. If you, that's the best way. Like that's like one of the good practices you can try with raising your vibration, because if you can control what you consume, and you have like literally, it's kind of like the same thing with singer intention and fasting. Like literally all of that stuff, disciplining yourself to not be so like just I need this, I need that, I need to take, I need some sugar, I got a sweet tooth. Like being able to control that, like nobody can hold anything over you. Like I got this cheeseburger here, you can clean up the kitchen for me, I'll give you a cheeseburger, I'll give you a burger. Like no, like it's very powerful. It makes you know who you are as a being, because you nothing can control you. Like even with that,
Mm-hmm.
like this sexual stuff that they're putting out, making things overly sexualized, and men can't even control themselves. That's why it's so many situations with like rape and people being trafficked and all that
Yeah.
stuff. People are basing that
Right.
because they don't have control over
Right.
themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And fasting is a very good way to start being in control of who you are, because you have nothing that like you can literally, I literally like, even with me not eating meat, like people be like, how can you not do that? I can't do that. If some meat was sitting right in front of me, I'm gonna eat it. No, I like literally I've been around people even when I was in high school. I would never eat. I didn't eat anything. I didn't eat no school lunches. They always had meat. And people were like, "You not hungry?" I'm like, "No. I'm in control of my mind. That doesn't control me. I'm not I'm not drooling over this.
Mm-hmm.
You can't control me with that. You can't control me with food. You can't control
Mm-hmm.
me with physical things. I'm
Mm-hmm.
way beyond that."
Mm-hmm.
So
Powerful.
that whole that is the like, if you really want to try to conquer your mind, try fasting. Try not eating something that you really like to eat. That's not, that's
Mm-hmm.
not really that good for you, right? So, that's a really good thing that'll make you grow.
Right. All right. We got a good question from Xanon Dijon. Deshaun, my bad. All right. So, what are some other ways of grounding? Um, some very powerful ways of grounding is going to be going outside, putting your feet in the earth, which is the most common way of grounding. But if there's other ways of grounding, I'm going to say play some root chakra music. Actually eating. People don't understand when you eat a nice meal that grounds you, because like for my air signs, if you're an air sign, meaning Gemini, Libra. Oh, I didn't even know you were air sign. Okay. But if you're an air sign, and let's say you're always in your head, eating an actual meal will actually ground you because you're putting food inside your body, and food is of the 3D realm, it's of the material realm. So it actually puts you on your root chakra and puts you in your sacral chakra, which is pleasure. Your sacral chakra is pleasure. So eating a meal, like some people I notice they fast way too much and they're always in their head. And they're like, how do I ground? You just gotta, eat a little bit balanced. It's supposed to be balanced. Like I feel like fasting every day your whole life can unbalance you if you're not
Yeah,
meant for it per
yeah.
se. But
Yourself out about that. I mean,
mm-hmm,
I'm gonna say with grounding, like grounding is literally connecting.
mm,
You being able to connect to things. Like I literally, when I touch trees, I'm connecting. I'm grounding with that tree. I am like cycling energy to that tree, and the tree is doing the same thing. Like it's all about being able to connect to the natural things of life, and that it'll benefit you and benefit the earth. Like when you sit down and you sit on the grass and you like crisscross applesauce, or you laying on the ground and you're breathing from your kundalini area and breathing in that earth energy and breathing it out and giving it back to the earth, and like it's just a transference of energy. Like so when you're grounding yourself, you can ground yourself with anything. It's all about connection and transferring positive energy. It's even
mm,
with food. Like some food, like you can talk to your food, and you're like, even I'm just talking about
mm-hmm,
not as far as like the processed stuff, but talking about the the fruits, the vegetables, talking to them like, thank you for this energy that you're about to give me. You're grounding yourself all the time without even doing it,
mm.
but it's awareness. It's
Very,
exchange.
very powerful. Yes,
You ground yourself with
yes.
water.
This is a very good question. How do you get over fear? I'm gonna say this: fear is just it's a thought. But if I'm gonna say practical things you got to do right now to get over fear, you need to journal. You need to talk to yourself. You need to be like, why are you scared? You need to really write out long pages and be like, fear is literally not real. You have to tell yourself that everything that seems fearful, it has a motive and it has an agenda behind it, and it's not real. We can't go too in depth or ever on YouTube about this, but you know, basically, fear is it's not real. And understand that when you're in your love frequency, love conquers fear. Anything fearful can't even survive in a love frequency as well. So, yeah, you want to elaborate on that?
How did you get over fear? I got over fear by being I got over fear by being bored. I was bored with how everything always worked out. Like it just seemed like a whole cycle of things. Like I'm really I want to see what's really finna happen. Like I have to face it. You gotta face it and see what really, like, your whole perception of it is just like you don't really know what's going on. You just fearful of it. You don't even know that on the other side of that door might be everything that you need. But because you have fear, you won't ever be able to get through the door.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be bored standing where you are. You fear boredom will take you far, because if you're bored and you're over this, like, oh, I'm so tired of this, like that will get you to a whole nother place, because you tired of standing where you are. You standing right in front of this door and you're looking at the door, and you know it's goodness behind it, but you scared because you don't know how it's going to unfold. Don't look at that. Face it.
Mm-hmm.
This is you have to get through it. Are you just going to be like this the rest of your life? You got to deal with it. You going to take it or
Mm-hmm.
not? You going to stand still? You going to stand in the same spot? Or you going to get past the fear and take that first step?
Yep.
Because another thing is, getting over fear was me realizing that how would I want my children to react? Am I handling this how I want my kids to act? What type of person do you want to be? Are you going to be somebody who stands in the same spot? Are you going to move? Don't be scared. You
Mm-hmm.
just don't. It's unknown. It's the feeling of the unknown. But when
Mm-hmm.
you astral projected, I literally astral projected and I saw somebody sitting on my bed, and I wasn't.
Ooh.
I looked at I was like, hi, hello. You know, even though I don't know what this being is, I'm not fearing it. I have no fear. You cannot stay in the same spot. What are you gonna be frozen? Just frozen in fear? You gotta move. If you stay still, you're not gonna evolve. So are you going to let this take over you or not? Don't have fear.
They loving you. Beyond 5D loving you, Kia. Kaya, my bad, Kaya. They loving you today. You know, you making a statement, tapping in. All right, we're taking more questions.
Yeah, that's true.
Semen retention is a hell of a journey. I love it.
It
Yeah, it's a
is.
very, very journey.
When a woman cannot control you through that, oh, now you really get to see what type of goddess or female this is. Because a lot of men are being led by these women through sexually. They're not even like caring about if this person is going to help me evolve, if this person is going to like, grow and change. Or are we going to stay in this same apartment? Are we going to stay in this same life? The only thing you had on me was that sexual intercourse. Like, that's not you. If you don't have that, what are you showing me? That's like, if you can control that, like, literally, that is so powerful. Because this whole agenda of everything being so sexualized, what do these women really have? They have to find themselves now. You men who are doing that, gods who are doing that, are making women change themselves. Because, oh, now I can't get what I want, or like, try to find somebody through sexual means. Now I got to actually have a personality. I got to actually grow myself. So y'all working on yourselves is making women want to work on themselves. So yes, it is a journey, but it's definitely helping the vibration raise.
Yes. Yeah, semen retention is something that has honestly transformed my life. From starting that, Vontu Cook put me on that, Spiritual Soul put me on that, even starting on no fat, which is basically just not watching no porn. You know what I'm saying? Not watching no porn, but it's going to change your life. Female attraction is a real thing once you go and semen retention. Even your voice alone will change. You know what I'm saying? When I talk to females, they always say my voice is so sexy, and this is something that I just can't make up. But your voice alone will start to attract things. It will get deeper. It'll be more bold, confident, and you always gonna be ready for anything. It's just gonna give you that inner strength. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta go celibate, but if you do want to go celibate, that's another option too. This is a harder level. It's a more higher level version of semen retention alone. But all right, so we got a question from do we have karmic debts to settle by returning to the planet? Basically, some of us do. We all do have a debt, something to do. Some of it is karma from a past life, and some of it is karma as in helping humanity. Like how she was saying earlier, some of us chose to come down here to help, and that's the debt, is to help. We're paying that debt by helping humanity, helping it. You might be assigned to help your family. Some of us might be assigned to help the masses. Yeah, it's that deep. That's people like Rashad Jamal's example. He's assigned to help it. He has a rank. It's literally a real thing. He has literally a rank. You know what I'm saying? So, you want to tap into that real quick for them?
Debts. You have good ones and you got also bad ones, right? So, there are people who have, like, I believe in karma 100%, and I feel like if you are on an awakening, you will understand that karma is very, very real, right? So everything that you're doing down here will play a part of what you are going to feel afterlife. Or if you this place is, you feel so much pain here, like you might have to come back down here because you did do something negatively down here. Like, people who have malicious souls, they have to pay that back. All of that pain that you took from that person, you have to give that back. It's the same thing with the sacrifices that we went through in the 1800s. Them, and even in the 1700s, all of that, they have to pay that back. You have to give every amount of energy and disrespect and pain that you took from us. That's why it's rising. That's why we changing and we channeling all of that energy. We becoming who we supposed to be. You took so much from us. And you think that, oh, this system that you built is going to upstand. We're gonna, no. That karma, all of that energy that you took from all of us is coming back. And y'all, they gonna be so mad. So like you have to pay it back. Even if you feel like, even if you like, basically when you understand the ways of love and the love vibration, you are literally going to get everything back that was stolen from you. And even if you took something from somebody back, you have to give that back. So whether or not it be in this lifetime or this or the next one, like it's not a game. Right. You have to treat others the way you want to be treated, because that energy has to come back. No matter if you get cheated on, no matter if you get a divorce, or if you're dealing with somebody stealing something from you, or you lose a big amount of money, it's gonna come back because it's yours. But vice versa, whoever you do to it, it comes back. You gotta pay it back.
Shout out to Reckless Shinobi, my dog. It says something about goddess on that revolutionary energy. Yes, this is one of Rashad Jamal's very, very close friends. Yes. Shout out to Reckless Shinobi. Yes. All right.
I don't know you, but hi.
All right, we're taking a few more questions. I appreciate you guys, Beyond 5D supporters. You know, we in here, we getting a lot of comments. You know, we'll take a few more. If you want to get your question answered, comment it down below on YouTube, or you can cash out Beyond 5D to get it prioritized. We'll take about 3 more. We got one. Let me see. I just got one now. All right, so we got a question from Javon Rice. He said, "For what does your dreams mean?" It's a good one.
Oh my gosh!
If only I told him. I hope you watch Doctor Strange.
Y'all, like it's there. The answer is there. You want to go? Yeah. I'm gonna go. Look, I done already made a TikTok video on this, y'all. They literally said it in the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Dreams are windows into the multiversal set ourselves. You can see, your dreams are literally, you can look at things from a different sorry, my mom. You can look at things from, you can dream about yourself in another universe, and sometimes they're windows into the versions of our multiversal selves. Like, I jump into my bodies in my dreams so many times. You can be in a whole different body. Like, it's dreams where I'm in a different body, and I'm not even like this version. You are dreaming everything. All of these dreams are real. They're happening. Like, when you go to sleep, you are traveling. Realize that. And you taking all of that information in. That is so golden. Take it in. And don't think that, oh, it's just weird. Like, you know, you have your mind, which is where you think about so many different things. Sometimes you dream about weird stuff, like, oh, like I didn't have an arm, or like you're dreaming about weird stuff. Okay, that's just your mind. But once you're able to like tap in, like some people realize that they're traveling to different places. They don't even know it. That's your real life. You're having things that are, you know, happening in different places, and you're experiencing it. It's very precious.
Yes. Well, we got a really good question. Very controversially, but what about vivid visions about your twin flame? I'll speak on this real quick. Visions about your twin flame in your dream. If you talking about vivid vision when you waking up, when you in like reality, you can have visions of your twin flame. You can have visions of a soulmate. You can have visions of someone who you're supposed to meet. But when I learn about twin flames, basically you're gonna know when you meet your twin flame. You're just gonna know. Like Brother Yusuf said, you just know. Like you wouldn't even really question it. It's just kind of be like, because y'all share the same soul. Remember that twin flame is 2 souls and 2 different bodies. It's 1 soul. My bad. A twin flame is 1 soul and 2 different bodies. So you're just gonna know. You're just gonna know. It won't be a question. But I'll let you tap into that and elaborate on that for Beyond 5D too.
I'm gonna tell you that you are going to see things like when you experience your twin flame, or like the person that you have soulful connection to, everything will like come to you. So everything will be so easy and smoothly. And you have premonitions also. You'll start to dream about a connection that you have with somebody, and you don't even know this person, but you know you're gonna meet them. And sometimes your guides will tell you like, "Hey, you about to meet this person, and this person about to blow your freaking life." Like, and it'll come to you. Like, you'll just have that feeling. You've been dreaming about this. It's literally a feeling. Like, dang, this is the thing I've been missing my whole life. Like, this is the other half that I really needed. Like, they are literally, you're gonna know, and you're gonna have premonitions about it also.
Right. Someone asked, "Can you manifest your twin flame, or does it happen on your own on its own divine timing?" It does happen in its own divine timing. I'm not sure about Like, I mean, I'm not sure if you can speed it up and you could do like. I wanted to hear you say, "Yeah, you can speak on that," because I'm
Okay,
not sure if you can
so
speed that
with
up.
manifesting your twin flame, like he just said, that your twin flame is like, it's your other half, the person who you have a connection to with your soul. Y'all both got the same soul, but it's like y'all, it'll be somebody. Sometimes like they're the opposite of who you are, but they bring out the best in you to become a. Hopefully, when y'all work together, everything is gonna be
It's
so.
like powerful, and twin
Yes,
flames are actually supposed to work together to like help humanity too. This is some deep
exactly.
things.
Exactly. So when you saying that can you manifest it? You manifest your twin flame by working on yourself, growing yourself. And then soon as you start to really like look at yourself and change and evolve, because you might not even it might not even be time for you to be in a relationship, for you to be with your twin flame, because you're not emotionally ready. You're not
Mm,
ready to experience this type of love, because you're so anxiety wise, like, is this person cheating on me, is this person lying on me? You have to evolve yourself, and I promise you, like when you focusing on yourself, that's
mm-hmm.
when your twin flame will come. So it's not about manifesting, it's about your evolvement, because
Right.
y'all got to be on the same level for y'all to interact with each other and meet and be harmonious.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all not on the same level, then it's no point in coming together right now. So manifesting your twin flame is like improving yourself.
Right. And you're right. You got to be in your self healing bag. You got to be in that self healing bag, that self
Mhm.
love bag, for your
Focus on
twin flame to
yourself.
come. Yeah, you got to be in.
When
So you
they
can't.
come.
Yeah, you can't be codependent all the time and then expect them to come. It's like as soon as you start to really, focus on that foundation of yourself, which is loving yourself to the fullest and being that self love bag, they just gonna knock on your door. 555 you.
Right. Because you
Mm-hmm.
got this God. You got this. You can't be with a God if you're not a goddess. You're not treating yourself like a goddess. You're in an anxiety low vibrational field. And you got this God who's practicing simultaneously, who's not taken over by sexual stuff, who's not like, who's already disciplined within his mind. And if you're not disciplined within yourself, you go y'all gonna butt heads. And sometimes you
Mm-hmm.
gotta leave your twin flame in order for you to be able to actually evolve yourself, because you can't be with somebody and not be mentally ready for them. You're not mentally ready, so you gotta evolve yourself, and that's when he gonna come. I promise you. And then your spirit guides and your dreams gonna have you let you know, oh, he about to come. It's about to happen.
TRS says someone in this chat got my twin flame's name.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah. Twin flame relationships are meant for healing.
Yes.
They're meant for healing. It's going to be very very powerful on both sides. On both sides, it's not going to be one sided. It's going to be very
And it's
powerful
gonna
on both
be so
sides.
easy. I'm telling you, you will not have to worry. Like, you with other relationships, you gotta worry about if this person is lying to you, or if it's like, you when you get to that, it's not even gonna be nothing like that. It's gonna be cosmically beautiful.
Mm,
Don't worry about it. It's gonna happen. People be like, "Oh, I just want to be in a relationship. I just want somebody." No, when you focus on yourself, when you know who you are and self love within yourself, that person is gonna come. And because you already hold within yourself, y'all both can generate the full yin and yang energy
hmm.
and everything.
Yes. All right, we'll take about three more questions. Zen and Deshaun. Did I answer the question already? Did we answer this question? Oh, it was the same person, but he asked a different question. He asked a grounding question earlier. Now he's saying, how do we create healthy boundaries? All right, so uh to create healthy boundaries, you could do things as just using and expressing yourself through your throat chakra. So telling people, hey, I want this, I need this, I need space from this. You got to literally let people know what you want. You can't allow people to call you at any point and for them to leash onto your energy. You have to have those type of healthy boundaries. It's a balance too, and you just got to be
Self-respect.
real with them. You just got to be real with them.
Self-respect. So it's just,
Self-respect.
yeah. Healthy boundaries is you caring about yourself. You care
Mm-hmm.
about yourself enough to not let anybody make you feel different. Like, you know how some people, sometimes you be like, even with your parents, even with your relationships, with your friends, like people will, you will allow people to do things to you. And then like, you'll be like, dang, like, why do I feel like this? Or like, sometimes somebody will do something to you and then they'll blame it on you. Like, oh, you're the problem. You're the reason. You're the issue. Like, no, you're not going to tell me who I am. You're giving a piece of yourself away to that person by not setting your boundaries. Why are you allowing this person to do you like this? It's
Mm-hmm.
about self-respect that you have for yourself. And
Yep.
if you don't, it's gonna be, the situations are not gonna, it's not gonna be healthy for you with
Mm-hmm.
anybody. Because people will take advantage of you.
Yes. Best thing for protection, get you some labradorite. Get you some labradorite. All right, you can get it on beyond5d.online.
Mhm.
Labradorite is a
Yeah.
very, very, very powerful crystal. It actually is the most protected crystal in the mineral kingdom. From studies and crystal researchers and crystal miners, the labradorite is very, very protective. Also, if you're trying to work on your protection as well, of course, tap into your ancestors and ask them to always surround you with a white light. Things like this. And also just know that you're protected. You got to speak it into existence. You want to tap into that question? What's the most powerful, the best thing for protection, Kaya?
Yeah, a lot of people, that it just goes back to everything is all about mastering your mind. Like, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
you are protecting yourself. I'm protecting myself all the freaking time, like without even consciously doing it. And like people be like, "Oh, I need sage. I need this." And sometimes sage and crystals, they all really do help. They help you remember and
Mm.
connect to that energy that you have within yourself. So all of that, um,
I'll mute it for you real quick.
thank
You
you.
want to take? Yeah, okay. Yeah, take your time. All right, live. We're gonna wrap it up soon. Y'all can probably ask one question because we about to get it lit, but we about to go anyways. This is a lit live. We gotta do our thing. We gotta do our thing. Mhm. So we wear birthstones. I'll answer for y'all questions. I appreciate everyone so much for being on this live. Appreciate everyone so much gratitude. Should we wear our birthstones more often? Yeah, definitely wear your birthstones more often. It's gonna help a lot. Because those are the stones that you were chosen for. All right. You want to go ahead and wrap it up now?
Yeah, I gotta,
All
I
right.
gotta, I gotta go somewhere real quick.
Okay, bad. I appreciate you so much. So much, so much, so much. You brought so many people on this live, and people are so grateful for you. And let me
Oh,
get you back on the
thank you,
screen real quick.
everybody.
Yeah,
I
y'all can
appreciate.
comment. And, so many comments. People saying they just love your energy. You really brought a more pharaoh energy, a more divine energy, a more goddess energy that was tapped in. You wasn't unbalanced. That's what we need right now. Yes,
Oh,
yes, yes,
thank you, everybody. I appreciate all the love that you're giving me.
yes.
Like, honestly, this is like, I literally had nobody that I could talk to about these things. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
always felt so alone with everything that I've like always thought of. Like, anytime when I was in school, I would always tell people what I'm thinking about, like with the government, with the religion, with
Mm-hmm.
holidays, all of that, and nobody would really understand me. And I'm glad that I have this like, you brought me on this platform. I have people who actually can relate to me and I can speak and be free with who I am. Like, I was literally felt so alone. I couldn't talk to nobody. I had nobody to talk to about these things. High
Mm-hmm.
school was like really like just off for me because I didn't know, I couldn't connect even with relationships. Like, if the dude not on the same level as me, like, it gets boring because I'm not being stimulated. I'm not stimulating what I'm supposed to do. And I
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just happy that it's actual people out here who understand me and
Yes.
are dealing with the same things I'm dealing with, and raising their vibration just like me. Like, I felt so alone. Nobody was listening to me. I'm over here trying to, when I just start being myself and creating my own channel, like you have your own channel, my own platform,
Yeah.
speak and be who you are.
Yes.
So I
Ashe.
appreciate everybody.
Okay, we're gonna let you go. All right. Take care. Much love.
Okay. Thank you. I hope your rest
Yes.
of your day is good, okay?
You too. Ashe.
All right, bye.
All right. Goodbye. Hmm. All right. Yes, I'll put the link in the description for everyone looking to buy crystals on Beyond 5D online. And I appreciate everyone for joining. If you guys want to see the next guest star, please comment them down below. You know, if you guys want remediation here, go ahead and comment down on his videos to come on Beyond 5D. We'll get brother Wisdom on here. We'll get brother Yusuf on here. We'll go all of them on here. You know what I'm saying? We this year we're getting everyone on the channel. So yeah, y'all comment down below, go on the channels and comment down Beyond 5D wants you know what I'm saying, on for an interview, and then they're invited for a YouTube interview to help and to bring a cause for humanity. I say, signing out. Much love, everyone.